Okay guys, back on top of the 2003 Blazer with the 4.3 engine. I'm in the reassembly stages now after going through a whole bunch of not fun stuff trying to swap this engine out. Anyway, I'm just doing this to give some people some pointers if they go and try to do this themselves at home. I've been a mechanic for a long time and I never did one this difficult. Anyway, this is video 3. Just wanted to go over a couple of things in the back of the engine. When you go to pull this engine out, after you take the motor mounts loose, as I showed in video 1 I believe it was, you can lower the engine down and the engine will sit by the oil pan on top of the transaxle, and it'll give you about probably 3 or 4 inches of clearance back here. So that way you can access your 2 top bell housing bolts, or you can do it from underneath. Either way, it doesn't matter. But you can take your fuel lines loose at that point. Then after that you got a knock sensor down low. It's really hard to reach. You got your oil pressure switch, which is very difficult to reach. Wires for the distributor. There's a ground strap that goes to the back of the cylinder head on the driver's side, and there's a ground strap that goes to the back of the cylinder head on the passenger side, which you really can't get to until you lower this engine down a little bit. So after the engine lowers down, you can undo all that stuff. Move your fuel lines up and out of the way underneath the power booster here, the brake booster, which is right here. You can get that up and out of the way. You can pull your distributor. You don't have to. I did it just for clearance, makes it a little easier. And there's a ground strap back here that goes to the cylinder head and it goes up to the firewall. It's just a 10mm nut that comes off, no big deal. And there's a tube that runs from the intake manifold right here and it runs to the back of the exhaust manifold down here. And that's kind of a pain to get off too, so you may want to do that when the engine is down low. I kind of forgot to do it and I'm going to probably fight it to get back on now, but that's okay. I've fought this all the way anyway. But this is probably the last video I'm going to do on this. I'm going to start throwing everything else back on. And the rest of the stuff's pretty basic. You know, the power steering pump, alternator, air conditioners, bolts right back on. Then you get your wiring harnesses that basically flop over and it plugs into the bottom side of the control box here, the fuse box. And there's I think a 10mm bolt that holds it in there or something like that. And you got your fuel injection plug. It snaps right back into the top of the manifold here. Accelerator linkage, kickdown linkage. Got to put the steering shaft back onto the gearbox. And, you know, basic stuff, that's all it is. It's nothing else real difficult to figure out if you worked on cars before. Anyway, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of heads up, and hopefully this will help somebody out, because I couldn't find any help when I was trying to do it. And I kind of had to fight it the whole time. It's probably the longest job I've ever done on a Blazer. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. And if you guys need any information, I believe my email is connected to this. You can always email me. I can answer a few questions anyway. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.